Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserreich. The Australasian Union is at war with Canada. I'm not sure how that's going to have an impact, but I guess the Hawaiians are part of the Entente, so that should make it easier. And the Portuguese are part of the Entente, which should make it easier. So I'm going to send volunteers. Whoa. How many can I send? 3. That's a lot of volunteers. It's not actually that many, but... We're going to send more volunteers. Look at that. Alright. I have a lot of guys tied up in volunteers. We got more mountaineers here. We have regular guys here. We have tanks here. We have regular guys here. Okay. So... 5 more would bring us to... It's 15. That would bring us to 20 total. Would having rangers be good? I have no idea. I'm just going to train mountaineers. And bring in rangers as support. We already went through this, but, like, whatever. I'm going to try training more motorized and tanks. We have 10. I'm going to try to train another 8 tank divisions. And then do we want to train basic infantry? Huh. This improves our line artillery. We probably want to... Interestingly, our mountaineers maybe would benefit from having line artillery. So we probably do want to train some basic infantry. 24 lines of basic infantry. At least in the long term. That's a goal. Which will put our stretch goal for infantry equipment pretty far away. Yeah. Okay. That gives us an idea of how much production we need. Generally speaking. We should probably, instead of... Let's see. I'm being a little fanciful here. Let's cut down our requests. We want to get to like 20 lines of that. We do want more lines of tanks. We do need trucks more than that. Alright. We'll see how that works out. Anyways. We're busy crushing our enemy here. Yay, I love crushing enemy. Alright, that's bad for the enemy. It's bad for the, they got back to the land. That's so rough. Oh, Bulgaria. Rough. Rough situation. They got nationally catastrophized twice. This is pretty catastrophically bad. Anyways. Okay. Dang, they were not lying about national catastrophe. Anyways. When the catastrophe is national. Let's try pushing like that. I'm more than willing to just hold the line at Baghdad indefinitely. If I can slice it. The Armenians are out, but whatever. The important thing for them is that they are still around. As long as the Iranians are around. The Armenians will be around. I probably do want to just unlock sharing air doctrines, at least. Do we want to contribute, like, a bunch of manpower? Monthly manpower gain? I think we can probably afford to contribute 15 to manpower pool. Oh! Renard the Fox! After suffering through nearly 6 years of setbacks and delays due to audio issues, Vladislav Starevich's stop-motion take in the classic tales of Renard the Fox has released to rave reviews and box office records. The story follows the adventure of the eponymous fox Renard, who uses his cunning to trick and make fools of a whole menagerie of other animals sent by the king to put a stop to his antics. Critics and audiences alike have praised the quality of the animation and dialogue. No doubt a relief for Starevich after the project spent more than half a decade in development. That sounds awful. Nonetheless, given Renard's relevance to his native France, Starevich has come under fire from certain corners for alleged sympathies to the communards. Starevich himself shot back, mocking the assertion that fairy tales from hundreds of years ago must have relevance to modern France, while emphasizing opposition to the Bolsheviks in Russia's own civil war. Regardless, Renard the Fox has propelled Starevich's performance even higher. No mean feat given the popularity of his early works, stretching from back decades, which earned him commendations from the Tsar himself. Interesting. Well, we're run by socialists now, but like also, you know, we just put the Bolsheviks on trial, so that's not that big of an error. All right, how are things going here? We're getting the XPs, which is nice. I like execution points. Yes, more execution points for me. I'm going to cancel this motorized tank line. I think that's actually a waste. I'm also going to cancel the basic infantry. We're keeping them out here. It's all very theoretical. It's all pretty on paper, but like, really what I should. I can select a preferred tactic. I think I can select breakthrough, which is still OP. We cannot. It's still locked. Anyways, whatever. Unlock traits in military-industrial organization. Soft attack, hard attack, whatever this is. No, we're gonna get soft attack. Soft attack is king. And we're gonna probably be using that for, like, our thingy. Can I select more military high command? Do I want to go army logistics? I think I almost certainly do. Right? And then next up I would probably get... who? I don't know. Yegorov would make our infantry better. Combined arms. I don't know. Our boys are there in New South Wales. Oh, okay. Guess I'm in New South Wales. Katukov. No, I don't need to do that. Just go occupy these cities, and you'll be good. Yep, we're still holding Baghdad. Uh-oh. Whatever is happening here is bad. We want to annihilate this division, though. Or these divisions, though. Since we have the chance. Okay. There's some serious silliness happening. How did the Ottomans get all that territory? Dude, I don't know. This game is goofy sometimes. I'm gonna try surrounding them here and crushing them. We're gonna see how that works. Nice. Okay. Still 1939. We are at 67% world tension. You could get better logistics, but that's like way too frickin' expensive. Is there anything? Let's start on high-speed airframe. just wouldn't do anything. Again, that doesn't do anything. Get slightly better artillery. At least slightly more reliable artillery. There we go. Haha! Take that, German Panzer Division. I don't have to deal with you later. I can deal with you now. Yep, IMZ is the, like, super good production one. Now, where do we go after this? Here's my plan. I am going to deploy on a front line that looks like this. Better industry. Better extraction. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's so random. Anyways. They've just sort of abandoned Beirut out of nowhere, I guess. Sure. And that leaves me in a pretty good defensive line. But honestly, I'm not... Hey, we got the Grand Western Line. And we have buttons we can press. Oh boy, buttons. We have 100% faith. Look at us. We're so faithful. Better infantry versus better tanks. Better command power. I might get better infantry. At least for now. Then I'm going to start trying to gas up the economy. Okay. Roads of Courage would give us just better supply. Oh, an aerodynamics facility? That sucks that we're working on that. Okay. We're instead going to transition to working on that. Boom. Let's get... tank variants. Let's get expansion of IRD. Should we do that? That just gives some more land warfare facilities. It's so funny. We don't really need that. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. More breakthrough. Okay, so the Group for the Research of Reactive Movement and Gas Dynamic Laboratory is home to Russia's most brilliant rocket scientists. Since its founding in 1934, the IRD has been, or just IRD, has been developing concepts for rocket-powered weapons, both for airplane movement and rocket artillery. Their first actual prototypes have been successful, but they lack funds for actual production. So, rockets. Rocket artillery. We might want to go rocket artillery. That could be good. That could be fun. I don't usually use rocket artillery for anything. Come on. There you go. More research speed. Recce is ready. It's December. Armored Engineering Company. That might be worth our time. Armored Signal Company. Might also be worth our time. Let's try Signal Company. I'm considering doing that for our tank divisions. Okay, also considering what an offensive like that would look like. I'm not sure it's wise, but you know, it's not nothing. Okay. Syrian rebels. Syrian rebels. We're building up our planning bonus. There we go. Gonna try to blast through. Just taking those tiles by themselves is good. Yeah. More organization for Mountaineers, say it so. Look at that stability, that's crazy. Mountaineers, we are gonna try to swap. I keep spending my army experience. That's not very smart. The world tension's going down, that's too bad. Better train. Better train, better train, better train. Do we want war austerity train instead of armored train? I think we'll stick with the armored train. Yeah, I'll reduce production costs. It's just pretty much universally correct to do that. What do we want next? If we are going Signal Company, then we might as well go Signal Company. You know what I mean? We got guns. We're gonna halt the assault. Still can't get logistics. Armored engineer? Sure, why not? What a war! What a war! Who's Muscat siding with? No one? No, you can get airbase access? What? What? That's a thing now? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Alright, we are now getting to the point where I'm actually going to start prepping. Laying down the law. It's so funny that I can't convince those guys to enter that particular crevice. All the other crevices are good, but not that one. Yeah, that doesn't have a fort, so... Let's see. These guys. Now, what is our actual plan? Now, there's an annoying river in our way. But there isn't a river right here. The lack of a river right here, I think means we want to try to do like an armored wedge right down the middle. blast down the middle. Blast into Minsk. And then cut off at Königsberg. And then crush the United Baltic Duchy. This front line, the Swedes are in the Reichspakt, right? Yeah. Boy. Logistics-wise, we do have a supply depot there. So it's actually what we want to do is build up our supply network. Like that. Maybe like that. Anyways. Because we do that, then, that's good. Give me a moment. There we go. Hey, what? Oh, never mind. I'm not worried. I like how I've just been chilling here, and nothing bad has happened. Oh, this is new. Are we able to get involved? We are. Psychology of the totalitarian mind. The Heidelberg-based Russian sociologist Sergei Stepanovich Chakotin's magnum opus, The Psychology of the Totalitarian Mind, has been immediately lauded as a classic and a work that captures much of the zeitgeist of the 1930s, both in Russia and elsewhere. Chakotin, who fled Russia in 1935, has been an outspoken critic of totalitarianism in both Russia and Germany, has crafted a convincing narrative of the nature of these rabble-rousers of the modern age. Chakotin identifies key support base for all these movements, both Bolsheviks and Svobodniks, as inherently the same group of people, those left behind by a rapidly modernizing society, and the rural poor who work in odd jobs, drifting from one place to another, never with the proper foundation or identity. These groups are created by social inequality, and they breed bitterness. Contempt and fuel for political unrest should demagogues like Lenin, Savinkov, Schleicher, or Long offer them simple, strong leaders to follow. Focusing on the Russian situation, Chakotin argues that because none of the underlying social issues that led to the 1917 revolutions were fixed, and their consequences, communism, meaning merely being banned, it only led to that same unrest and inequality channeling itself into a new breed of political movement, the SZRS. Furthermore, these movements are never genuinely interested, able, or willing to actually solve the social issues that fuel them. This makes these totalitarian movements inherently irrational and destructive, as they must find new groups to persecute in a show to solve societal issues. This only leads to mass repression, Chekism, Savinkov's purges, and so on. That isn't a logical end, is not founded on any logical premises. Chakotin's work has received much attention from anti-totalitarian politicians, and was widely thanked as a theoretical framework for proper explanation of the rise of these totalist groups. Yes, people need to know. Anyways, with that, I'm going to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.